Hi everyone, I'm so glad to be again with you with a new energy update, which is technically a continuation, it's to be continued from the previous one. So if you haven't watched it, I recommend you to watch that one first and then you jump back to today's one. Again, it's based on my intuition. This time, the collective dreams of both me and Andre. It's very interesting that when we have significant dreams, it's always on the same night, the same time. And we came back in the morning and we're like, I had a very important dream. And the other one is like, me too. And we just cannot wait to share them. And actually, most of the times, they either are almost the same or they just complete each other. So we are going back to the energy update from the previous time, and we spoke about getting together and doing things together, achieving goals together. Now I'm pretty sure that all of us, we have been the last maybe 3 to 4 years even, we have been connecting with people, not necessarily directly from our bloodline family, but more like from our spiritual family, let's say, energy family. People that are on similar vibe like us, or people who have enriched our lives with something. We have been learning from each other, and for those who didn't take an exact direction, which tribe, let's say, to join, now is pretty much the last moment to do that. So if you haven't chosen your tribe, now is the time to do it. And whether you want it or not, you will be almost forced into it. There will be something that will happen, like a major, perhaps political event. In my dream, it was related with the President Joe Biden in the US. It was some kind of a big conference or a gathering or whatever it is. To be honest, I don't quite follow the news properly. I just pick up pieces from here and there, so I have no idea if there's such a thing upcoming or planned, or it's just an energetical sense in this. But right after this event, it helped. This is in my dream. It helped many people make up finally their mind which tribe, which side literally they are taking. And it will be a very clear division, let's say, and you may feel you are alone, but all of a sudden there will be many more joining, let's say, your tribe. Perhaps also people from previous lifetimes that you had a very warm connection with, very beautiful soulmates coming, that you are going to recognize them immediately. And this is very beautiful because it will really start to properly unite us, and start act as one. Now, when we gather in a specific tribe, let's say, as I have called it, this is going to be a group of people that you can entirely trust. They can entirely trust you, and you will be able to help each other infinitely with anything you can imagine, even if needed food and place to live, and simple basic things like this. It will be a very close connection, and we will all feel the need to enter into such a connection, exactly for this purpose, almost for survival purpose. But we are just knowing that something bigger is coming, and we have to stay connected and united. It is going to be very important. This message will enter into our bloodstream like it has always been there. um, so like I said, even if you haven't chosen your tribe properly, like a side or whatever, it will happen um, by itself, and it may come very suddenly, this um, decision. Plus the people that will be around you, you will immediately recognize them. Now, there is something else around this as well, as we have gathered in this beautiful connection. Of course, we should expect the bothering entities around us. The lower astral will not like that whatsoever. So there will be interference, so be prepared. Nothing that you cannot get over, especially united as a family with people from your own vibe. So mentally and psychologically prepare for it, but don't be afraid of it whatsoever, because uh, these entities, that interference will stay out of your limitations and borders as long as you don't allow it to enter. And not to allow it to enter, you just have to claim it. And that's it, because even, let's say, evil energies and forces, they are not allowed to enter in your life if you don't allow them. So you have to claim it. You have to claim yourself, claim your borders, claim your limitations in any way, energetical, physical, whatever it's needed, whatever it takes. And you will be safe, and you will be very much in peace, especially within the love of your spiritual family, your energetical family. But this could mean even your physical family. Um, as a matter of fact, you may be surprised that also members of your physical family may join you all of a sudden in this journey. People from whom you didn't expect, but they will understand that this is the way to go and to be, through love. Lots of love to you all. And let that be the guiding vibe for all of us.